Yo, 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 yo. Just want to make a quick video on how I pinch my dahlia plants. As you guys know, roughly 4 years ago, my wife and I started growing these dahlia plants, and we just absolutely love them. And I think they're very, very similar to growing cannabis. You do very similar methods. So I just want to make a video here on how you pinch dahlia plants. As you can see here, these aren't cannabis, these are dahlias, all different varieties, strains, cultivars. But just a quick video here. What I like to do, similar to cannabis, is I like to wait to the 5th node. So as you guys can see here, if we count up, each node is each branch spacing. So we have 1st node, 2nd node, 3rd node, 4th node. This is the 5th node, and then you can see the 6th node is this very top that is growing right now. That is the newest. So once it gets above the 5th node is when I start to pinch them down. You don't have to pinch them, it's totally up to you. Some people like to pinch them, and then they just like to plant that top right beside their tuber, just to allow them to have 2 main stems, or they might plant it somewhere else and completely clone it and hope to grow a nice vast variety of different flowers. But the easiest way to do it is grab some good old Fiskars. Again, count up. You can really pinch it from here if you'd like, the very top. You can pinch it from here if you'd like, or you can pinch it from here if you'd like. I wouldn't really suggest going too far down, because if the farther you go down, the more stress it is, and you're removing a lot of your upper growth too. So it could be a really low plant. It might not actually stretch out, and you do want some of these flowers to actually be kind of shooting out for your, so you can cut them for your bouquets and your different arrangements and stuff. So for this one, we're gonna go down to right about here. So we're gonna go down the newest node, 1, 2, and we're gonna go down to the 3rd. Cut it right here. And again, you could just pinch it, which is why it's called pinching. In cannabis, we call this topping. And then here is your clone. So what you can do now is I like to remove the bottom set of leaves. Oops. You can cut this at a 45. Like to do. And then there's different things you can use, rooting hormones or whatever, but it really is a resilient plant, so you can just stick it right into the soil right beside it, and just give it a really good water for a while, for a week or 2, and you might even get a clone. Just trying to get some water down there. You don't want it to dry out. That's really the main thing. All right. And then when you do water your next, your what I call now the mother tuber, which is where we just pinched it, you try not to get any water down here. You don't really want to fill the center of the stalk up with water. There is different methods of protecting that. I just let it kind of die off like that. You do want to leave roughly 1 inch from the node up, because if you cut it real close, you might actually cause these ones to die off too. So it's nice to leave that 1 inch, 2 inches above. So here's another one right here. Again, we've got a whole bunch of these little shoots right here. You can also pull these ones out, and you can clone these ones. You can plant these ones elsewhere as well. So we'll count up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one up top. So we'll go down to about here. And let me get my scissors. And we will chop it right about there. Again, I like to remove the 2 bottom leaves. Cut it on a 45. You can dip it in your rooting hormones, and then just plant it back in your pot where you want it to grow. Probably not the best to use a spray bottle for this. It's probably better just to actually give it a good watering. And bing, bang, boom. That is how I pinch my dahlia plants. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow more main stems to grow up. So you should have more of a flower bush rather than just a couple flower, like the very top, like what we call in cannabis, we call it the Christmas tree, where you have a single main flower at the top and then you have smaller flowers at the side. This prevents that. So you've now cut that top flower off, and now you're going to have a whole bunch of side flowers that are going to get equal light as that top one would have, and then now you're going to have maybe 4 or 5 main flowers rather than just the one main flower. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch more back here that I'm going to have to do the same thing with once they start to grow up. And then I got even more over here. But like I said, very, very similar to cannabis. And don't be afraid. I hope this video built some confidence. I hope you guys have a great 2020 or 2024 season. And have fun with your garden, guys. Peace, love, and cheers.